It's noon and I'm in Beijing Olympic Park. I took line 8 up from Nanlugu this morning, spent the morning at the Science and Technology Museum. And now I want to go see the bird's nest. Oh. Gotta take your bag off for security. And there she blows, the bird's nest. So we're looking at that tower from the other direction, and we couldn't see the bird's nest because of the smog. Yesterday was so great, perfect day. Today, not so good. So we can tootle up in one of these little electricity cars, as they call them. They'll zip you around the whole complex. See the dragon-shaped pool here? Now across the street is the water cube, which is now the National Aquatic Center. And the bird's nest is officially the, what do you call it? The bird's nest is officially the National Stadium. So what do you do with it? $450 million to build. $15 million to maintain per year. And it's largely sitting idle from what I've read. They don't have the most favorable review. That's for sure. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. Do, do, do. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Static cling. Whoops, there goes my receipt. I'm gonna stop shopping at Barnes & Noble. They annoy me. Half the time I go there, they say they have a book in stock. They can't find it in the store. Somebody was reading it in the shop or something, you know, in the cafe. It should be here, but it's not. Maybe you can go to another Barnes & Noble. And I'm like, what? How about I just buy it from Lonely Planet directly? They give me a discount on the ebook as well at the same time. It's like a package, 30% off. Better than the membership for Barnes & Noble giving me 10% and the book's not even there. Somewhere here in the San Latin section, I thought. Yeah, here it is. The bird has flown is their little synopsis here. Happy Magic Water Park. This is why I hate books anyway, stupid junk. I was talking about this in my last video. I built up a whole library of all the sites on dropping pins and laying GPS tracks of everything to do in Beijing on a map that I downloaded from the OpenStreet project, free maps. I could turn it into my own app. All I would need to do is add a audio narration for each spot you go to, and you could ditch this whole book altogether. It would give you the gist of everything without carrying a big book. I wouldn't even need to include the restaurants, because for the space you'd save with this book, you could just carry your own sandwich. I don't know what that tower is there. It's supposed to be like a modern pagoda or something. I think there's like a formal audio tour you can do. I saw little headsets on the map for different points around the area. But I really just wanted to come and get a picture in front of the place and I'm gonna head to the Great Bell Temple. I don't really want to have to spend. Who are the architects of this thing? Niao Chiao, Niao Cho, Niao Cho. I was reading about the CCTV tower earlier this morning. That's an easy architect to remember because his name is Koolhaas. Sounds like Cool House, right? What a great name for a guy who designs buildings, Koolhaas. Sounds like the name you'd come up with if you're gonna name your own design, architectural design firm anyway. We build cool houses. And the guy's name is Koolhaas. This is yogurt. They sit out everywhere. So I guess the ones that I see sitting out like that are the ones that have already been consumed. I didn't understand that, how they can just be sitting out all day, the yogurt. So they actually do keep it cold and then they leave the pots on the table. Those are the ones that have already been sucked dry. The Beijing yogurt. They come in those little clay pots. I think it's like 3 yuan if you want to drink it, and then 4 yuan if you want to take the pot with you. They say recycle them. They have them sealed with like little wax paper or foil paper or something. China. So it looks like they've got some construction going on for whatever's here. Navy guys. Most tourists just want to go inside and get their picture taken on the running track. Na 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 na. Some of this is water vapor. It's not all pollution, I don't think, because it feels pretty humid out today. Very cool and humid. Na 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 na. This is where I won my 8 Olympic medals in 2008. I was watching CNN during the Olympics, and some guy who was tall and dark-haired white guy was like walking around, and everybody thought, I guess because they had a news camera following him around, everyone assumed he must be Michael Phelps. And so they're all crowding around him, and he was laughing about it. Actually, it would have been at the stadium across the street, the Water Cube here, where all that would have happened. But you can barely see the top of there. I wonder if I climb to the walk here to the, if I can see through the construction, maybe 20, 30 more feet. Or 120 yards, more like it. It's been an okay book. It's had some stuff that was wrong. I don't know why they told me to go from the wharf at Purple Bamboo Park to get the boat that goes up the Chenghe Canal to Summer Palace yesterday. If you're already at the Wanshu Temple, the wharf's right across the canal. You can save yourself a 20-minute walk and a 15-minute wait for that boat, because the boat that you get there just stops at the wharf in front of the temple and waits there for people to get on for 15 minutes. And they didn't tell me that the Watu Temple was closed for renovation for like a year. By the time this was in print, or going to print, I think they would have known that that was closed for renovation. They could have put that in there. That would have saved me. So they probably wasted 2 hours of my time yesterday. including the 10 minutes it took to read the chapter that turned out to be relatively useless. The thing I don't like about Lonely Planet is they don't give you as many walking routes through the big stuff, like the big temples, as they could. Like Summer Palace, they're doing everything by description. And when things have such similar names, Garden of Harmonious Interests, Hall of Harmony and Longevity, and like, you know, Benevolence and Longevity, like it's relatively meaningless for that stuff unless you have a map showing what it is and what it looks like. You'll remember it after you go there, but if they're not going to give you a little map to guide you through on your first visit, the descriptions become relatively useless and meaningless. If you don't hold the book open the whole time, even then, get a bit lost. Well, I was feeling real tired at the museum, but I had a cup of coffee, so I'm good now. I only got about 6 hours sleep. I'm trying to maximize my time. I stayed at Summer Palace till about 8 p.m. and they finally start locking up the place. It's kind of cool architecture. I guess I might as well go inside since I've come all this way, huh? See the inside of it? It's not that late. Here's Beijing. See what I mean? I made a pretty good map here. It's the cruise I did yesterday up to the Summer Palace. Na 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 na. So that's the Science and Tech Museum from whence I came. Do 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 do. Can we get in? Or are they doing all sorts of construction? The top wonder of the bird's nest, the air corridor. Ah, they're gonna do a skyline walk up here. That's smart. That's what they did at Croke Park in Dublin, and it's been wildly successful. Not on a day like this, though. I did that when I was in Dublin this summer. The Etihad skyline. That's pretty good. Tickets over here, huh? I don't think it's open yet. Do 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 do. They got all clad in wire mesh. I don't know if that's always been there. That wire mesh. Huh. You can see that a little bit better now. I don't know if it's open. It looks like it's all wrapped up. I wouldn't want to do it anyway on a day like this when it's all foggy and can't see a thing. You can barely see the towers, you know. Right here. Looks like they're selling tickets or something over there. Or that might just be a tourist information. Yeah, it says tickets over here. Let's check it out. Tickets to Bird's Nest and entrance to Bird's Nest. They show movies or something in there. Attraction shown in the Bird's Nest. Yeah, I guess they're showing movies. 225 square meters of your own space in former Olympic Park. They have a Russian real estate agent. She sells you the real estate. I have top-level real estate for you in former Soviet bloc of Olympics 1972. You buy. Good price. I sell you real estate. Former Soviet bloc. You will stay in state-of-art modern facility from 1970. The air corridor. And what else do they have? Top class reception. What's the big stadium they had for the World Expo that's now open? The Moonboat or whatever, down that way in Shanghai. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. They have Segway tours. So I'm gonna head back. It's not the best day for it.